Hello everybody, it's Kamahanan here. Thank you for joining for another solo playthrough. So tonight we are going to play an indie Filipino game called Freakbalang. So for those of you who are not aware, for those of you who aren't aware about I guess many Filipino folklore monsters, there is a monster called the Tikbalang, which is basically, if we're going to be funny about it, it's a reverse centaur. Okay, of sorts. It's basically a creature with a somewhat human like bottom half, bipedal bottom half, so very human like with a with a horse head, basically with a horse head. So, and this game, the title sort of plays on that, Freakbalang, Tikbalang. So, you can already sort of guess that, this particular game will probably feature, to some degree, a satire version of this particular, Filipino folklore monster, or, the actual folklore monster itself. Who knows? It just looks like, it just looks like a lot of fun. So, which is why it's been on my radar. That my radar of games that I want to cover. So I hope you guys like it. So, without further ado, before we get to that, I'm just going to explain again that this is the full game. It's a short game, but this is the full game. And it is a blind playthrough, once again, a blind playthrough by moi. So there's not much I know about it, except that, look, whatever I can see at the moment, and what I can sort of gather from the title, etc., etc. So after this playthrough, I'll give my 2 cents on the game, as well as probably give some extra info about the indie developers, or probably more about the game. All right, so stick around, and without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy this solo playthrough of Freakbalang.
You got the fire, the midlife desire. Chasing dreams with the thunder inside. You got the spark, a big kid heart. Playing hard, talking deep, never gonna hide. It's a midlife time crisis, but we're alive in this. Yeah, we were made for this ride.
Okay, so normally I like to start off by going to the options and fiddling around with the audio settings, primarily the audio settings, because usually games in general like to sort of push the audio settings to 100% / max to the fullest degree, and especially for this recording, it was a little bit too loud. So I've actually gone ahead. And have modified the sound effects and music to my liking. Because it was affecting my recording in some ways. Like I just couldn't sort of leave it as is. Everything else I've just left as by default. Pretty simple type of option menu, which is great. And if I go back here before we start, let's have a look at the gallery. I'm wondering if the gallery is already unlocked, or if it's one of those games where you've got to. You could either beat the game or let's just have a look. Yes, okay, here we go. So yeah, I have to beat the game in order to see the character gallery, which is cool. I think it's probably going to be the same for the soundtrack, actually. Yes, except for the main theme. Cool. Very, very good. So yeah, just play the story once, and you pretty much unlock the all this sort of fun little add-ons that these indie devs have thrown in. Okay, so I usually play a lot of horror games that have a very realistic art style. In this case, this one is quite unique, actually. It's got a very cartoony art style, which doesn't throw me off at all. It can work with horror themed and horror genre games for sure. I mean, like it may seem like a juxtaposition too much, where it doesn't really, but trust me, there are a lot of games that have very goofy character designs and very cartoony ones, and they do have a horror element, and definitely it can work. I mean, it works well with gore, it works well with jump scares. It really does. So don't be thrown off by it. I don't think it's as cartoony as I point out to be, but it definitely is a game that stands out on its own 2 feet, which is quite excellent. All right, so let us start. Freakbalang. This doesn't look right. Damn it. I think we took the wrong road. What? Where the hell are we? I'm not sure. Looks like we're on a mountain pass or something. The navigation app said we take this path. Can't we just turn back around? We already drove this far. Maybe we'll get to the main road soon. I hope you're right. The sooner we get out of here, the better. Yeah, I agree. Just hang on. I'm sure we'll get there. Watch out! Okay, I could have probably voice acted that last sort of bit of dialogue a little bit better, but hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The goofier, the better. All right, so mouse, look around. Oh, very cool. That's my car. It's no use. Car stuck deep in the mud. Could probably push this out with some help. Okay, cool. So sprint is shift. Good. Zoom. Okay, excellent. There's Cassandra, and I'm Gus, so Cassandra is my wife. A little before we go there, let's have a look-see around. Again, look, it's... sign reads dead end. Ooh. That's how a lot of horror... Okay, there's an invisible wall. I can't go over that, can't go through that, can't go under it. You know, okay, it's no use. Car stuck deep in the mud could probably push that. Okay, that was said before. You know what's interesting? I've seen a lot of horror games, especially when there's a car involved. Of course, there's the obligatory accident. But one element they like to do, which I don't think is very realistic, is having the car's headlights still on. I know in real life, I get really anxious. Making sure that our headlights don't stay on, with risk of draining the car battery. 100%. I mean, it just drives me insane just thinking if accidentally left it on, or I don't know. I mean, like a lot of cars now automatically turn, any type of headlights off, but I've driven much more older models, and it has bitten me in the ass a lot. I just have, absent-mindedness coming in my mind and stuff like that. So, I know why they do it. I know one of the reasons why they do it. I mean, obviously, it's another way to project a light source, which is cool. But I just think, in terms of realism, even though this is a cartoony graphic art style type game, nobody really keeps headlights on. I don't think so. Not in this type of context, anyway. Alright, enough of me nitpicking. Hey babe, can you do me a favor? I need your help with the car. We might be able to push this out together. Okay, but can you come with me first? I really have to go. You and me both. Can't you just do it here? No one else is here anyway. But what if somebody walks in? I wouldn't want that. Anyway, there's a spot back here. It shouldn't take long. Fine. Go ahead, I'll follow behind. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Of course. First rule of Fight Club, never separate. Please never separate. What's that? Okay, no. Alright, let's go chase after your wife. Follow your wife. Something nefarious is afoot. Oh. Oh. Damn. There's the star of the show. Okay. He's still there though? Nah, he'd be gone by now. Okay. What's this? Looks like a gear of some sort. Could probably dig it out with a tool. Alright. I guess I have to find a tool. A shovel, perhaps? Okay. Alright. Maybe there's something back here. Or in my car. Yeah, okay. No. Well, what about this? No? No. Have I missed something? Okay, yep. I should have explored a lot more. Alright, looking for a tool. Oh man, that's ominous. Who are you? Look like either a zombie or... Nah, you're the Tikbalang. What am I saying? Come back, come back! Okay, chase after you a little bit. Another gear. Looks like a gear of some sort. Could probably dig it out with a tool. Sheesh. Shush. What? Ooh. A shack. Very interesting. Okay, come on. I'm missing out on something. What? Oh, no, what am I saying? Okay, cool. So that's the car. That's where I was before. I still need a tool. Is there any way that I haven't gone through yet? 2 gears, no tool. Okay, so this is where I have to go. But I've got to cut this. Alright, looks like... Ooh, what the... That is so cool. Okay, looks like I found a way. Eventually. Ah, okay. I can't lift this by hand. There must be some other way to open this. And I have found it. But before we do, is there anything else here I can explore? Froggies, froggos. Froggos. Alright. I don't think there's anything. Oh, there could be. 2 pots. And of course, the shovel. A shovel. This could prove useful. Take the item. You got a shovel. Of course. I don't think I can even rotate that apparatus anyway. I think that's what the gears are for. All right, nothing there. All right, let's go back in reverse so to get the idea. Ooh. Okay, nice. Okay, let's just test it. What a strange mechanism. Seems like parts are missing. Yeah, it's those gears. It's those metal gears. Metal gears. Okay, I know where they are. I mean, it's very maze-like. In Filipino folklore, it's not too uncommon to have like people wander through forests and encounter encounter the effects of monsters trying to prey on you. So usually that takes the form of getting lost, actually. Yeah, you find yourself in an endless labyrinth of vegetation and jungle and trees and bushland. They got the gear. Yay! Yeah, and that's usually, something that happens across a lot of monsters, a lot of stories. And of course you have the superstition element that you rely on to get yourself out of that situation. Oh, what the? Oh, it's just that. Yeah, from the top of my head, I'm trying to remember, what, let's just put this gear there. I have a feeling I can only carry one item at a time. Sorry if my voice is a bit hoarse. I've actually been not really unwell, but I almost lost my voice. So yeah, I think it was like an allergic reaction. I started coughing and sneezing a bit. So I do apologize if my voice is a bit hoarse. Reconnect right gear. Middle gear. The handles won't budge now. Placing the last part might fix it, of course. Ooh. How did I do that? Well. Yes, I've heard of things like, superstitious remedies is to, I think, take your shirt off and wear it inside out. Correct me if I'm wrong. And of course, other things that I've heard is walking backwards, I think. I don't want to be lying to my audience, but I might do some little research and see. Oh my god. Okay, what have I done? I think this is it. I've missed the chance. Oh, I have. Yep. I should have just gone straight there. Okay, here we go. That was cool. What? Oh, okay. Okay, that was it. Reconnect the gear, statue fixed. Excellent. So now I open the gate. Yep. Very good. Am I doing it right? Yes. Man, sound design is pretty cool. It's not taking a backseat for sure. There you are, Mr. Tikbalang. Where's my wife? Find your wife. Yes. Hopefully she was able to relieve herself. There's nothing worse than, wanting to, you're busting and you get abducted by a supernatural creature and you weren't given the chance to, to relieve yourself. That's horrible. And you spend the whole game going, I just want to go. I just want to do a number one. I just want to do a number one. I don't know. What's here? Oh. Okay. An item with a square and rectangular peg on it. Take it out? Don't mind if I do. I got a knight. Of course. Of course. Yeah. Oh no, dear. What have I done? Can I escape it? It's actually, there's nowhere to hide really. Unless I'm just meant to outrun it. Yeah, it looks like I just have to outrun it. Cool. I'm actually starting to get a little bit lost. But that's where we came from. Should be here. Yeah, there's that. And we head. Okay, so we came out through there. I can't go through here. And, Okay, maybe through here. Yes. Oh, shit. Okay. Place the knight on the tile. Okay. Maybe I should align the pieces just like in a real chess game. Ah, okay, I get it. So turn pieces with A and D. Okay. What's it trying? What does it mean by that? Ah, okay. Oh, okay. There we go. Move the knight. Click, clack. Checkmate. Very cool. I like that. There's a theme with a horse, so that makes a lot of sense. Okay, there's that gate there. I just don't want to miss anything. Okay. Oh. Oh no, I can't go there. Whoa, okay. Sorry, got lost a little bit there. Find your wife. What would you be? Okay, another dead end. Another dead end. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, there she is. Without any clothes on. Ooh. Easiest way to lure me over, I see. You've played this game before. Before I enter. Is there anything else here? Oh. I don't... Is that blood? Hope it's a shadow. I hope it's a shadow. I'm coming to get you. Coming to get you. Okay. Alright. Seems safe. Oh no. Oh, oh dear. Okay, that didn't work. Oh wait, that's meant to happen. Cool. Where am I? Oh. Okay. Choose a path. Oh my. The red or... Oh, I've already chosen that path. Cassandra. What did I do to deserve this? If only I listened, this wouldn't happen. If only we didn't get lost, we would still be... I feel so violated, so disgusted. The things he did, I want to forget. In the end, I couldn't do anything. Oh, is there a much more mature sort of theme to this game? Oh man, I definitely judged it. I really thought it was a bit more of a lighthearted. I mean, so before I continue on, I mean, part of the Tikbalang's type of lore is that it is a horny little bugger for sure. I mean, it's known in folklore to, you know, to pretty much go around violating, you know, people sexually. That's something that's associated with it. I don't know if it's a type of theme because it's a horse and, you know, maybe it's tied to virility. I'm not too sure. But it is something I've read about. So yeah, I mean, it's not just a monster here. It represents something as part of this theme. In the end, I couldn't do anything. I wish you were there to save me. Wow. Okay. Follow your wife. I wonder what would happen if I chose the red path. Well. But don't worry about me anymore. And definitely don't blame yourself. I'm in a safe place now. Nothing will hurt me anymore. So go on. It's not your time yet. I know we'll see each other again. Oh my God, did you die? Goodbye, my love. Continue forward. Whoa. Epic. The dark figure says, "Ah, you finally arrived. I've been waiting for you. It's been a very long time. Don't you remember me? Nevertheless, it seems like you need my help. I can give you what you need. However, you will become something else. Something unnatural. I guess you don't really have a choice. So, shall we begin?" Take this light and consume it. Damn. I'm really keen to know what would happen if I chose the red one. Oh. Wait a second. Okay. No, that can't be me, right? No. Spare or torment. Collect the white lights. Well, you know what? I'm a vengeful type of person. If someone violated my wife, yeah, I'm getting it now. Oh, no. What's the red ones? Don't get red. Get white. Okay. Damn it. I'm not very good at these type of any game that sort of plays like this. I'm just not getting the spatial awareness very well. But it's not too hard. All right. Give him what he deserves. All right, punish him some more. So if I don't punish him, that's how I spare him. Ha! We're at our limit. It's time we end this. I should do the voice. Ha! We are at our limit. It's time we end this. Nice. Look, that's it. I mean, I wasn't kidding when I said it was short, but it was short because it was done for a Scream Jam. So jams usually have a very limited time frame for you to make basically a complete game. Oh, look, that was fantastic, I think. So I got ending B. Unlock the gallery. You know, I did not expect it, actually, to have a bit of a dark turn. I did not expect it. Look, we're going to replay again because you know, out of convenience, which is fantastic. Thank you so much for including it. I can replay that dream scene and I can pick the other option so I can see the other ending. Let's do that right now, really quick, so I don't waste too much time. Replay the dream scene. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to select the red option and we're going to spare him. So yeah, I did not expect this game to take a dark turn. I mean, obviously the story pans out that what I thought was a Tikbalang was actually just a predator, a human predator that just ended up violating and murdering my wife. And, you know, at death's door, ooh, jeez. What is that? Oh, it's another Tikbalang creature. How pathetic. Why did you let this happen? You should have tried harder. Did you truly care about your wife? You're supposed to be better than this. Cool. Follow it. Oh, you're still here? I thought you'd quit already. Maybe there's still hope left in you. Fine then. Follow me and I'll help you. After all, you're my... What am I? Ooh. It looks like this is the darker turn. I would expect probably this one to be the one where actually, you know, we're actually slay the villain instead of, you know, forgiving him. But that seems to be the good choice. What is this choice? Even darker? Blood. A lot of it has been spilled already. Lola. Ooh. Well, do something about it. I won't always be here, my child. So stop being so weak and fend for yourself. It is almost time. Come, take what is yours. Cool. So yeah, so I basically I got killed by by that person masquerading as a Tikbalang who, you know, ended up murdering my wife, and I'm in the afterlife. Well, it says a dream sequence, but it's pretty much the afterlife of sorts. Yeah, this is very much like a psychological horror. You've finally arrived. I've been waiting for you. It's been a very long time. Don't you remember me? Nevertheless, it seems like you need my help. I can give you what you need. However, you will become something else. Something unnatural. I guess you don't really have a choice. So, shall we begin? Take this light and consume it. Yeah, and in this afterlife / dream sequence, psychologically I meet like maybe representations of my psyche, or just actual supernatural elements. To either avenge my wife or other. And, you know. And that's me. I've been supercharged by the Tikbalang. And it does seem I have a history with this Tikbalang. Or, yeah, a history. Very intriguing. Okay, I'm gonna spare. So I'm not gonna collect any of the lights. Actually, no, I think I have to. Just that I'm not gonna. Yeah, I think I have to. I'm not gonna use the power to punish the villain. So let's just do that. I'll let the timer run out once I collected all the lights and supercharged my. There we go. Make him pay. So if I'm yep. So there's a timer down below. I'm just not gonna do anything. Oh, that's pretty much how you do it. Don't hold back now. Do it. Okay. Here we go. Let's let it play out. Now's your chance. Take your revenge. Fine, if that is your wish, let's end this. In the end, they meet in the afterlife. Whoa. There's a lot of cars. Oh, okay. Whereas he's been doing this for a very long time, very Wolf Creek-like. Okay. Ending A? It's impressive. They made everything from scratch. None of these were bought assets. Ending A. I have a feeling there's only two endings, obviously, but oh man, look! I like this. I'm a fan of like bite-sized games that offer like a complete experience. I mean, like it's not. I mean, it tries hard to not be a walking simulator, which is great. Like, you know, there are things I can interact with. There's a very light puzzle element. You know, you can't expect that to be prolonged more because, of course, this is made for competition. But look, for what they've done, it's complete, and I was very surprised that it had a very dark theme within it. So look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit, and that's probably not it. Sorry, that's probably that's probably it, actually. That's probably it. So, sorry, not quit. What I will do, let's have a look at what we unlocked in the gallery before I say any more. Freakbalang. Okay, let's go to the gallery. Characters. Okay, so it's Gus. Gus is a 32-year-old guitarist who's driving their way to a gig far out of town until he accidentally gets them lost in an unknown and muddy dirt road. Cassandra. Cassandra is the singer of their duo and the wife of Gus. She gets abducted in the woods and falls victim to rape, violence, and murder. Of course. Oh, that's cool. It gives you those... Oh, man, that's so sad. But it's cool that you can cycle through their animations. Very nice. Oh, jeez. Oh, this is Cassandra's form. So in ending B, I thought they were probably more mythological creatures, but the villain ends up getting haunted by the shades of Cassandra. Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, I want to have a look at Gus really quick. The animations. Okay, cool. That's for the shovel. Okay. Yeah. Fantastic. Okay, freak. There's the villain. A stranger hiding his face behind a horse mask. He lives alone in an old warehouse in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, this is the rapist. The one who violated her. Yeah, you got what you deserve, mate. And the Wraith. Okay, I was wondering about this particular character. A spirit of a werehorse, or Tikbalang in Filipino mythology. Tikbalangs are known to scare, trick, and lead humans astray. True. So there wasn't a supernatural element. I just thought it tied in together, but it seems like it was just probably a separate entity because you were in the woods. Yeah, I mean, it's just like a pretty much a tertiary character. On the werehorse. Okay, here we go. The Tikbalang form. Oh wait, sorry. I want to look at the animations. So that's the Wraith. Cool. Oh, okay. In a geisha type of design. When did we see the geisha? I don't know. The Tikbalang form of Gus, who was awakened after his death, giving him supernatural abilities, but only for a limited time. Of course. That's cool. You can tell Gus because of his hair. Because Gus has also a white streak in his hair. Like Rogue from X-Men. Let's look at your animations. That's cool. Basically, you made a deal with a supernatural entity. Vengeance for power. At the cost of your life. Impressive. Okay, anything to look at soundtrack? Yes. No, I won't listen to all of these, but I mean, oh, that's fantastic. I can't believe they made their own music or acquired their own music. Look, and that was Freakbalang. Look, I'm very impressed actually. I think, look, it's a simple game, a short game. It isn't a walking simulator at all. So I mean, they did very well to sort of, add a few elements in there that keep it apart from just a game on rails or even just a walking simulator. I mean, you got some light puzzles in there, some things to interact with, and you get hit with a very punchy adult sort of story. So, put those all together, and look, it's quite impressive. I don't know too much about the Scream Jam, so I mean, I'll leave it up to you guys to have a look at. But most jams, either they give you either a 24-hour time frame or let's say longer time frame than just a day, but still a very tight one, because making a game is not an easy feat at all. Be it 2 weeks, a month, I mean, like you'd be pressed to make something worthwhile in a very short time. So I mean, concept wise, it looks like, you know, it's a complete thing. I mean, you know, they've got their themes, they've got the art style down pat, and they know what type of game they want to make. So I'm here on the itch.io page. I'll put a link to it so that if you guys are interested to play this game, again, this is not a demo. This is the full game. Feel free to do so. I mean, like you'll probably have something similar to say, or maybe something different. So I mean, if you do, you know, feel free to also comment on this video of mine, because I'd also like to interact with our viewers or anyone else who has something to say about indie Filipino games in general. The reason why I'm here is to give a bit of info dump. So I mean, the game Freakbalang is a spoopy third-person horror. Again, light on the horror, but I think the horror bit is the psychological horror part, which is something about the game I did not expect. So I mean, I think that was a brilliant move. Definitely something that was the right choice for a game like this, for sure. Okay, it was made within 9 days for Scream Jam 2021. Okay, so 9 days is not a lot of time to make a game, and it was finished development in around 5 months, and by far their most story and content heavy game. So for this dev, this game probably represents what they submitted to the Scream Jam, but it looks like it was fine tuned within 5 months after the jam itself. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. That's how I interpret it anyway. And it puts their inspirations here. Okay, very cool, very cool. Yeah, look, it's an enjoyable experience. I mean, I don't usually walk out of games going, horrible. I don't usually walk out of games feeling that. I mean, there's always something to get from it if you sort of, you know, give it a chance. I mean, like, you can't rate a fish on how well it climbs a tree, you know. And what I mean by that is, look, it's a game. It's independently released, independently created. There's bound to be stuff here that, you know, may not be up to expectation, especially because we always compare it against like AAA titles, even AA titles. But you know, I love playing indie games because not only are they very good value, but they experiment. I think that's the most bravest thing about them. You know, a lot of the good ones do something that isn't out there. You know, because they're not there to play it safe and just make the dinero. No, they're here to sort of, I don't know, you know, make art, express themselves. So I mean, in this way, this game does a bit of that. I mean, it's a very good story. It's not a story that I would say you wouldn't find in a AAA title for sure. But again, it's something that really surprised me. So yeah, look, I keep on raving on about it only because it took me by surprise. That's it. And maybe that's what the intention was. You know, maybe it was deliberate that they had such a zany, cartoony graphical style that, you know, maybe it was just the most easiest way the most easiest art direction to create a game like this in 9 days. Maybe that's the reason. You know, keep it simple, stupid. But at the same time, you know, it misled me for sure. You know, it definitely misled me. So, you know, kudos to you guys. Brilliant. Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. This is, I can't even remember how many playthroughs I've done, but I mean, I think I'm in the double digits. Yeah. So I'm going to continue making videos like these because definitely I'm really interested in playing games and showcasing to you, especially ones that aren't very popular, or even ones that are, but you know, probably not up to the highest mark in terms of popularity, in terms of popular indie games, but something where, you know, I want to showcase things that, you know, wouldn't normally get the light of day. So again, please like and subscribe if you like what you see here. And, we really do appreciate those who watch our content. Again, we're just a bunch of Titos here that are just doing what they love. And, if you guys want to come along for the ride and watch our videos and comment along the way and interact, look, that makes things all the more merrier. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I don't want to drag this on any further. Again, I do apologize if the courses of my voice made things very difficult to hear. I'm not too sure if it did, but if I go to editing mode, I'll do my best to clean up some stuff. But if not, forgive me. Everyone, just remember, and it's also going to be my catchphrase: growing older does not mean game old. Growing older does not mean game over. All right, you don't have to sort of give up your passions just because you should be something else at this age. I'm always going to be a big kid at heart. I think a lot of us are going to be. All right, that's it. Shoo shoo. Don't stick around any longer. I don't have anything here else for you. Okay, bye-bye. Catch you later. See you in the next round. See you the next time. Same bat channel, same bat, whatever. Thanks, guys. Have a good evening. Join us for the next episode. And again, thanks for watching.
It's a midlife time crisis. Our story's timeless. We're just kids in disguise. Because growing old is mandatory. But growing up.
Okay. One thing was bugging me. So we're back on this scene. I remember there were some red lights in the middle of the white lights. And seeing as how I picked the red lights as my on the second playthrough of the dream sequence, I feel like I missed something. So I'm back here again because I noticed some red lights. So I'm gonna aim to avoid the white lights and see if I can get the red lights. So I think to do that I have to go to the second phase of this sequence. So I do need to grab the white lights the first time around and attack it. Look, and also I do apologize again. My audio, I made some errors with my audio a little bit. So if you were watching this video and you saw and you're listening to the sections where I'm not speaking, the volume of the game is quite soft. That's my fault, my bad. So I do apologize. I've corrected it, and it should be okay now, and hopefully it will be okay moving forward with other playthroughs I do. Okay, so without further ado, I am going to collect these orbs and trigger the next sequence of this set piece. Okay, so my theory is I just collect these white orbs, attack him once, because as you can tell, he's not dropping any red light. So now, after this, he should do it. He should. So I'm just gonna see if I can avoid as much of these lights and only aim for the red ones. Let's just have a look. Yep, he dropped some. There we go. That's one. You're gonna drop another one. Yes. Oh no, I missed it. Shoot. Okay, so I'm onto something. Oh no, no. Alright. Let's just collect more reds. That's one to red, one to white. Just collect some more reds, please. I'm just gonna collect the whites now. See, I see these lights. Do they mean anything? Or is it because I'm just... Okay, I'm gonna try. Let's just trigger the white lights. And the reds. See if anything happens. definitely the reds should be there for a reason. I just don't know what they are. I should have actually triggered the with the whites. I should have already triggered it. Am I missing anything? I don't know. Yes, okay, here we go. Alright. Right. Got more white lights. That could be what the reds are. Maybe they just reset your white counter. Yeah, that could be all that they are. I really thought that they'd bring you something different. Oh well. That's what theories are. Okay, he's gonna cut the white. Alright, here we go. So this time around, it took less time for me to get to trigger this next sequence. So definitely looks like the red lights. Yeah, they must reset your white light counter. It must. So they're a hindrance. Okay, alright. Well, my theory was incorrect. That's definitely what happened. Oh well, it was worth a shot. It was worth a shot for sure. No harm done. But it would have been cool if, there was an ending C and it's triggered by those red lights. You just have to collect them, and they probably are. What I was thinking would be that they are kind of they don't appear as often, and when they do, they're sort of mixed in with the white. So you need to make sure you get enough of the red lights. Even if you get the white lights, hopefully they don't cancel each other out. But I was banking that all you need to get is more more red lights than the white lights, and you trigger ending number C, which would be linked to the red light choice, the red light path, with the wraith, and exactly. So that's what I was thinking. Like the Lola wraith. Sorry, I thought that's what collecting the red lights would. It's almost like a bit of an Easter egg. That's what I was thinking. Like a little bit of an Easter egg. Oh well, that's enough of that. It's always worth testing theories. Adios, everybody. Thank you very much. It's almost like a endgame credit scene, or endgame credit theory. All right, let's call it quits. Thank you.